Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for
Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human. And there may be times when you need to vent. But be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good morning and welcome to Guerin Catholic, as we will be with you today and this morning for the Circle City Conference Wrestling Championships. It's the third one in a row that we've been doing these wrestling events. We thank you very much to join us. Today is a 4-team duel. Guerin Catholic will wrestle all 3 teams, as we'll crown a champion, and it will be the 4th championship that we'll crown. Our top rankings in Indiana map, and one Cathedral is number 1, Evansville Mater Dei is number 2, Brownsburg number 3, and Roncalli goes all the way to number 10. Should be a great day. The guys that are going to do all the calling of the games and the matches, Joe Hansen and Shane Ryder on Indiana SRN.
Thank you very much, Coach Keith Myers. We're going to pause here for the national anthem and a prayer before we get the Circle City Conference Championships underway.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school, and and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
It is cold and rainy outside, but it's warm and dry inside the gymnasium here at Guerin Catholic High School as we are just about set for the Circle City Conference Wrestling Championships. Alongside my partner, Joe Hansen, I am Shane Ryder. Coach Keith Myers, our Mat Side reporter, and Riley Thomason producing today's Indiana SRN broadcast where you are always in the game. Joe, it's good to be back calling Indiana high school wrestling. We have not been side by side for about a month now. We were down at Roncalli High back in mid-December. Now we're just 2 weeks out from the state series beginning. All these four teams here today vying for a Circle City championship, get their postseason play underway in just about 2 weeks. It's getting down to the nitty and gritty time of the season. It's time to tune up your game and lock in and focus on your season goals as we approach that state series.
Absolutely. The teams today, they're going to get 3 matches in, and this is some good preparation as they head into that state series. You've got one team that is pretty established and state ranked, and you've got 3 up-and-coming teams and an up-and-coming conference. This conference is young, again, like you said. It's only the 4th championship here. Roncalli's won all 3. We expect them to win a 4th one today, but I think we're going to have a good day of some solid wrestling.
Yep, you've got Brebeuf Jesuit and Guerin Catholic on the left mat, which is where our cameras are positioned, and then on the right mat you've got Roncalli taking on Bishop Chatard here as we get underway with a 9 o'clock start. And then right around 10:30 we'll have a second dual meet. That one's going to be between Chatard and Guerin Catholic, and then the final round right around noon. Roncalli, who, as you mentioned, has won all 3 Circle City championships thus far, vying for a 4th consecutive title, and they will take on Guerin Catholic in what should be a championship round. But matches, as we know, they're not won on paper. You got to win them on the mat.
Absolutely. And this is a unique setup. You know, most conference tournaments are a bracket format like the state series, like a Marion County tournament format or a holiday tournament format. This is a round-robin duel. So you have to go 3-0 today to win an individual conference championship. You have to go 3-0 as a team to win a team championship today. Maybe one day when both these teams, or excuse me, all 4 of these teams have full rosters, they'll turn it into a bracket format where it's seeded. But right now it's a round-robin format, and I don't think that's a bad format at all.
We're just about set to get the Brebeuf Jesuit and Guerin Catholic duel underway. Brebeuf comes in with a record of 2-5. We had a chance to catch up with head coach Corey Watkins in his second season. Had a light lineup last year, and it is a very young lineup this year, but the main thing for them is numbers, and they've got nearly a full lineup here this morning.
Yeah, and Corey mentioned that and this is what's happening at Chatard as well, and I think it already is established at Guerin and is established at Roncalli. There's a relationship with the wrestling coach and the football coach. Those sports benefit each other, and I think the best wrestling teams draw from football talent. So that's what Corey's done. One of the first steps he's done is to fill that lineup, is to reach out, try to get some of those bigger guys, and he's got a guy, the 195-pounder, is their starting tailback, and I think that guy has a really legitimate chance today of winning a conference championship, Isaiah Martin.
We get started this morning at 126 pounds. It's freshman Eli Backus for Jesuit against a senior, John Koskell. Backus just a 2-11 record. Koskell comes in with an even record of 14-14.
Yeah, and Koskell with a quick takedown. Really heavy on top. Looks like he's got that far wrist and a half Nelson on the edge of the mat, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can finish things off here. Koskell is going to try to drive over, stick that head in his side, and form a T. He wants to not be parallel to him. He wants to be a T and scoop that head up. There it is.
There's a pin here.
Your first pin of the day.
Just 58 seconds into our first bout. Backus, one of five freshmen in the Brebeuf Jesuit lineup. But it's senior John Koskell who picks up his 15th win. And before we get to 132, Keith Myers is with our winner, John Koskell.
Did a nice job. Stuck the guy pretty well. What was your mindset going in? First match of the morning.
Just that, I'm stronger than the guy, and that I can just, if I wrestle my match, then I'll win.
Get ready for the conference championship today, and then all of a sudden the state finals coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's right, yeah, and it's big. It's big for me. I have big goals going in.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Job well done, guys.
Thank you, Keith. Go up to 132. And senior John Bumgarner with an 8-11 record out to an early 4-0 lead. Actually, I think he got
a quick takedown and a 2 swipe back points. So he's out to the 4-0. They gave him 3 on that
They
one.
did. Gave him a 5 count, so he gets 3 near fall on the edge of the mat. Just 13 seconds in, a 5-0 lead for Bumgarner over a sophomore, Jacob Rupert, who comes in with a 2-11 record.
Bumgarner looks really strong. I mean, you can see a difference between that senior body and that sophomore body. I know Brebeuf has a really good weight room over there. They're going to get these kids stronger, but sometimes that's one of those factors that you got to work on. And Guerin with another pin.
That one took just 36 seconds. John Bumgarner picks up his 9th win of the 2019-2020 wrestling season. Shakes hands with the opposing coaches and heads over to our Keith Myers.
John, nice job. Got 30 seconds and got it done quick.
That was the goal. Just get done, get ready to wrestle for the next 12 minutes.
You got 2 more rounds to go. It's going to be a long day for you.
It is. That's why I want to get it done quick so I can be rested and ready to go for the next 2 matches.
Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys. I think this is going to be a revolving door pretty quick, guys.
2 pins in about a minute 30 of mat time. We roll up to 138. Ethan Etzler, a sophomore, 3-8 for Brebeuf Jesuit, taking on Isaac Richardson, a freshman from Guerin Catholic.
And Ethan Etzler with a quick takedown. But Richardson reverses him pretty quickly, evens the score. Again, 2 young guys battling out right now.
Just 2 upperclassmen in this Brebeuf Jesuit lineup. Back-to-back weights at 182 and 195. Chris Strawn and Isaiah Martin starting running back at 195. You mentioned him just before this duel got underway. Certainly the most talented wrestler in this lineup and has to provide leadership in a lineup that has no seniors.
Yeah, but I tell you what, these guys from Brebeuf, they're out there, they're hand fighting hard, they're shooting, they're taking some risks, they're not backing up. And again, you can't put a price on varsity experience, and they're going to get some experience today with the round robin format and getting 3 matches in.
Lots of scoring here in the first period. It's 5-4 in favor of Etzler. And now Richardson trying to get some back points. They'll stay behind Richardson, or behind Etzler rather.
And we're going to have a locking hands call here.
So they'll stop the match. And a technical point goes to Etzler. So his lead extends to 6-4.
Another locking hands. Again, that's Richardson's a young wrestler. He's a freshman, and those are freshman mistakes.
There's a deep shot by Etzler, and he's trying to get two just before the buzzer, and he will. A late takedown for Ethan Etzler. And now the scorer's table yells out to the official. There's about 5 extra seconds in that period.
He did get that takedown, I think, before time expired. And, we've seen this all season. Points that were scored with 7, 8 seconds left in the period are important. You've got to wrestle whistle to whistle. And it can make all the difference in the world. All it takes is a 2 swipe to get back points. And we've seen 4 points, 2 points scored in those last couple seconds of a period. So you've got to wrestle all the way through. The referee's trying to figure this one out now.
The official trying to sort things out at the scorer's table. It was 6-4. We had a second locked hands call on Richardson, which should have made it 7-4, and then a late takedown for Etzler would push it to 9-4. But then, you factor in the escape because he was underneath as well, so I think they got it right, 10-4. How about that, 14 total points in just 2 minutes of action.
Etzler chooses down.
Etzler quickly to his feet, and he gets one more. Extends his lead to 11-4 here as the second period gets started. Shot attempt by Richardson. And Etzler, nice job of sprawling and spinning around for a 2-point takedown. Reversal now for Richardson. And the scoring from the first period rolls over to the second. Now, how about this?
Richardson getting some back points. Oh, my gosh.
Richardson down by 7. He's got 3-point near fall locked in. And Etzler able to fight off his back to avoid a pin with a large lead.
We just reached
He's
the halfway
back over.
point.
There is the fall. How about that? Isaac Richardson trailed 10-4 after 1 period. But he gets 3 near fall and then rolls Ethan Etzler over one more time with a deep half Nelson and gets the fall. An exciting match at 138 pounds. Myers is with our winner.
How about that?
That's my first pin. I'm feeling good about that.
That's his first pin, guys, of the season. Get down behind. You didn't panic, and then all of a sudden you had him, and he didn't escape from you.
I just had pressure him. I listened to my coaches, and they told me what to do, and they were right.
You better be smiling. That's a good job.
Thank you, Matt.
Long day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
This guy's I don't think he's acting like it, but he's pretty excited for his first pin.
First pin for Isaac Richardson. How about that? And it pushes Guerin Catholic and the hosts lead to 18-0 over Brebeuf Jesuit. Now we go to 145. Jack Myers, a freshman for Jesuit, an 8-7 record, taking on a very talented senior in Jeff Danaski Jr., ranked number 5 in the semi-state rankings, and a 20-1 record for Danaski.
And Jeff Myers is in, if you can say fortunately or unfortunately, the toughest weight class here in the conference. At 145, you've got Jeff Danaski, who is, like you said, 20-1, ranked 5th in semi-state, 9th in the state. Last year, actually upset Tice Friege for a conference title. And he'll be facing, at the end of the day, Alec Viduya. I'm sure those guys will have everything. They'll both be 2-0 by the time they reach that point. And I think all eyes in the gymnasium will be on those two guys, because that's going to really all eyes in the state of Indiana. There's talk about this being one of the bigger matches of the day. So Danaski's tough, and we know we've been watching Viduya all year, and he's one of the most highly decorated wrestlers in the state of Indiana. It should be a good showdown here this afternoon.
Danaski out to a 7-2 lead right now. 1:30 into the first period, and he's got another takedown here to add to his lead. It's 9-2.
And that Richardson victory at 138 previously, that's one of the things I love about our sport, is that you can be down 14-0 and you can still win. Sometimes that's not the case in football. If you're down 14-0 with a minute left, probably aren't going to win. If you're down by 14 points in basketball, you're probably not going to win. And in wrestling, all you need is a couple seconds to pin a guy, and he was down and he won it.
Danaski locks up 2 more near fall, and he leads 11-2 after 1 period. Now Myers, I mentioned just a freshman wrestling a senior. This is a tough matchup for Jack. He's able to fight through a first period, and he'll now go underneath. Get a free escape point from Danaski. It's 11-3.
And I hope Myers doesn't beat himself up too much. These guys will be gone next year. And he still has 3 more years to get better. He looks strong. He's not backing away from Danaski. And that's a good sign. It really is. Sometimes you'll see young kids that face state-ranked wrestlers, and they have the deer in the headlights look, and they'll back away, and they'll have the mindset that they're going to keep it close by just backing up. And he's not. He's going in there, and he's reaching for a collar tie, and he's hand fighting and moving forward. But Danaski's tough. He was on an Indiana national team. There's an ankle pick. I could certainly see him wrestling in college. I don't know that he's committed anywhere, but he's that good.
Now he's got a headlock on Jack Myers. And there is a pin. Make it a perfect 4 for 4 for Guerin Catholic. That pin in 2 minutes 58 seconds. Danaski improves to 21-1 this year. We'll shake things up with Corey Watkins, the head coach for Brebeuf Jesuit. And now Danaski Jr. was going to head to the scorer's table, but instead he'll head over with our Mat Side reporter Keith Myers.
Interesting to see what he says here.
I think he just wanted to go get a water or something. You got done very quickly. How'd you feel out there?
I felt good. I haven't felt this good in a while. I'm glad to be on the mat. It's a great experience, and I'm glad we can host conference this year. It's a lot of fun.
Conference is a very tough match day out as a grind. What's your mindset going into this thing?
Dominate, win. I got to do my best.
Joe, it sounds like your pep talk. Dominate and win. Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you, Mike.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Keith. Danaski takes care of business at 1:45, and you mentioned, Joe, a premier match coming around noon between he and Alec Viduya from Roncalli. We go to 152. Freshman Nolan Buckman, 3-8 for Brebeuf Jesuit. Taking on Michael Furch-Monroe, a junior, 4-15 for Guerin Catholic.
And Shane, when we interviewed Coach Watkins before the match, obviously Isaiah Martin's the one we're looking out for. He's a guy that's ranked 5th in semi-state and placed 3rd in county. But he mentioned Nolan Buckman, a product of the Zionsville Wrestling Club, freshman at Brebeuf. He looks good. He looks really good.
Not even a minute in, and he leads 10-2.
I mean, he looks quick and he looks strong on his feet. We believe that Tice Freege's out of the lineup today for Roncalli, so Buckman might have a chance to win a conference title here today. Hard to do as a freshman. So Buckman with wrist control, tries a shuck by, brings it back to the center of the mat. He's got a great stance.
For a freshman, he's a strong freshman.
Yeah. That's something, I think you and I both noticed. He's not built like a freshman. And there he does a little outside dump, and he's got a butcher series right now. Let's see if he can finish things off here. Grabs that opposite shoulder, and he's on his toes. Now he goes bulldog, and this might be lights out. This might be 6 points for Brebeuf right here.
Got that reverse half in, and there is the pin. So a first period fall for Nolan Buckman at 152 pounds, and Brebeuf Jesuit gets on the board. It's 24-6. And all 5 matches have featured pinfalls thus far.
Buckman looked good. Buckman looked really good.
We got the scouting report from Corey Watkins, and Buckman lived up to the hype. He'll head over to our Keith Myers for a quick interview.
Nice job.
Thank you.
A little winded?
A little bit. I was trying to get some points.
So what was your goal going in?
Just kind of get my warm-up match in, kind of get myself warm, and then just kind of do my thing all day.
Got to be ready for all day long. Nice job. Congratulations. Got to win for your team. That's good.
Yep. Thank you.
Congratulations. Job well done. Up to you guys.
Thank you, Keith. We go to 160 pounds now. Freshman Finn Walters for Brebeuf Jesuit, 4-8 coming into today's Circle City Conference Championships. He's taking on a junior, Joe Lafioska, 14-12 record here this season. No score, 35 seconds in, and there's a takedown for Lafioska.
And again, what I'm seeing from these Brebeuf wrestlers is their ties are good, their stances are good, their hand fighting's good. Walter shoots in, but just gets a little flat there, and he gets extended, and Lafioska capitalizes on that, kind of buries his head and spins behind. Those are freshman mistakes. You've got to shoot deep. I think most good coaches preach head up, back straight, hips in, and pressure, and he shot in, and he quit pressuring, and that gets you in trouble. But at least he's shooting. You know, and you see somebody like Lafioska right now. He's 14-12, so he's double-digit wins here. You know, he's going to be close to 20 wins, which is always a great accomplishment in high school wrestling. But he still has 12 losses. So somebody like that could make some noise in sectionals, and somebody like that, you know, might lay an egg. You don't know. Right now, he looks pretty strong, and he's in good position.
Yeah, I think any sectional you look at, even a regional, there's always. I think you hear the Cinderella runs more so with basketball teams, but it certainly happens on the mat as well, where guys come in with a 500 record, but they've experienced winning in a situation like Lafioska where he might have 20 wins, like you mentioned, going into the sectional tournament. He has experienced winning before, and he's been in tight matches. And you can catch a kid.
Yeah, and Shane, every year, kids come to that state tournament with double-digit losses. You know, each weight class is going to have a kid there that has double-digit losses.
So after one period, it's 2-0 in favor of Lafioska.
And here's what I'm talking about right here. Finn Walters with a shot. His head is down. He's got to get his head on the outside. He's got to get his back straight and his hips in. And right now, he's just driving in straight, wasting a lot of energy. And the junior capitalizes on that.
It was a really nice job there by Lafioska, too, just to bury the head, break the grip that Walters had on his leg. And it ultimately spins around for a 2-point takedown.
This could be trouble for Walters right here.
He's got that wrist trapped, deep bar arm in, and there's a pin. In 2 minutes, 44 seconds, Joe Lafioska takes care of freshman Finn Walters, and the lead stretches to 30-6 in favor of the host Guerin Catholic. Lafioska heads over with our Keith Myers.
Got a little cut on his forehead, but you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
What was the goal going in?
Just use my moves and play the best I can.
The upper body strength that you have, really control that mat from the beginning. Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you, sir.
He's looking forward to most of it. Back up to you guys.
We go to 170-pound sophomore Dorian Lee for Brebeuf Jesuit, 1-8 record. Wrestling junior Braden Hall comes in this morning with a record of 16-10. How about that?
Yeah, another
26 matches.
Yeah, another double-digit wins, double-digit losses. So we'll see what we have here.
Two strong wrestlers here at 170 pounds.
You know, Coach Watkins talks about how he went to the football team and he said to the 9th through 12th graders, listen, we need big numbers. You've got a great chance to experience the great sport of wrestling, earn a varsity letter, and kind of put something on your resume that looks impressive. And Dorian Lee, as a freshman, I would be stunned. I would be stunned if he was not a part of that. Brebeuf football tradition. He's a big kid.
I was just going to say, you can tell he's got that football build. And just a sophomore, he had a really deep shot attempt there on Braden Hall, but unable to finish. Reaches for that far leg, unable to secure it. Now a nice little duck under into an outside single leg by Hall, and he'll try and lift Lee to the mat for a 2-point takedown. He gets it.
I want to go back to Lee, that shot that he made. I remember one of my old coaches used to say, don't chase a bad position. And the previous match, the wrestler from Brebeuf was chasing bad positions. He backed out. And he reset, and that's a sign of a high wrestling IQ. Don't chase that bad position.
28 seconds left in the first period. Hall leads Lee 2-0. Team score 36 in favor of Guerin Catholic.
So Lee Gramdy's out of that. That was a great athletic move to get out there and get his 1 point.
We'll see how aggressive both wrestlers get with 10 seconds left. They work towards the center of the mat. There's a deep double leg and a nice finish.
That was deep. That was nice. That's where those hips in pay off.
And there you go again, under the 5-second mark, and a late takedown for Hall to build his lead to 4-1 after one period. Hall's choice, he defers. Lee looks to his coach, Corey Watkins. Looks like he'll choose the bottom position. We'll see if Hall cuts him or if he wants to ride him and look to get some near fall. Go with an optional start. And Lee spins out for his free point. It's 4-2. Hall looks comfortable on his feet.
He does.
Just trying to get Lee to reach. Saw his first takedown with a little duck into an outside single leg. A little shot fake by both wrestlers. Reaches for that right leg again. Lee shows some quickness. Both wrestlers tie up, fix their headgears. Minute 20 left in the second period. Just a 2-point lead for Hall. Hand fighting, and there's another outside single. Lee, a nice job of spinning away from him.
Again, Hall with an arm drag, tried to get that outside single, but Lee's quickness, he squares back up to him and gets out of that. Let's see if,
That was just a half shot attempt there by Lee.
Lee's looking a little bit tired right now.
2 more points for Hall. It's 6-2 now with 45 ticks left in the second period. Lee trying to work to his feet. Hall pushes him off the edge of the mat. No award Lee with an escape. With 30 seconds left here in the second period. It's 6-3. See if Lee can get back to that first period shot attempt he had when he had Hall bouncing on one leg. There's a long shot attempt. We talked about shooting with your head down, not bringing the hips. And that's just a bad situation to be in.
Yeah. This first period and a half, Lee has shown so much potential. Hall looks good on his feet. He's in control of this match. Nice, comfortable 5-point lead. But Lee, his tiredness is leading him to get into some bad positions. And, when you get tired, you lose your athleticism. Be interesting to see how this last period goes because Lee's still in it. There's no major decision yet.
8-3 in favor of Hall. He chooses underneath. Little sit out up into a stand up. And he'll get an escape. Now leads it by 6.
It's going to be a crucial takedown right here.
There's just a little drag by to make it 11-3. Believe they gave him an escape. So I think he's got the major locked in. The scores table says 10-3. Unless they said that Hall never broke his grip from Lee. But either way, he's going to try and lock up some back points here now to get that major in hand, and he's looking for a fall. He is a deep reverse half in. Got that arm pin. Lee showing some strength to fight off his back, but now he sinks in the underhook, and there is the pin. In a third period fall for Braden Hall, he'll help Dorian Lee to his feet and make it 6 out of 7 matches now for Guerin Catholic earning pins. As on the other mat, Roncalli takes care of business with Bishop Chatard. Guerin Catholic now leads this duel against Brebeuf Jesuit by a score of 36-6, and Keith Myers is with Braden Hall, our winner at 170 pounds.
You look like you're tired, Brandon. What's going on?
I'm out of shape. I tell you what, big man, I'm out of shape.
He's out of shape, but he's got to get in shape for the state tournament. Job well done. Nice pin.
Yes, sir. Just got to keep working. 2 more. Conference champ.
Good luck to you the rest of the way. Yeah. With us also is Ryan Davis, the athletic director of Guerin Catholic. We've been with you all day long today. We'll be with you last night. You're going to get kind of tired of seeing Indiana SRN.
We're going to have a sleeping bag for you, Keith, so you can take a little nap between events this morning and this evening. So, but it's always good to have Indiana SRN here on campus to help celebrate our student athletes.
Great conference championship today. You got to love what the conference is doing. You guys are a great host. Congratulations. Thanks so much for having us.
You know what? I would love to take credit, but I'm going to give it to our former AD, Matt Lane. He was such a great thing for wrestling for Guerin Catholic, and he's just done a great job of making sure wrestling is a priority for us. And Coach Fleener has carried that on. So,
you know, we bring in the top guns too, Joe and Shane. So you got the 1-2 punch today.
You bet. You know, we're pleased to have such great coverage from our guys at SRN. So.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Keith. Go up to 182 pounds now. 2 upperclassmen here at $182. Chris Strawn, a junior from Brebeuf Jesuit, taking on a senior, Joey Freemian. Another guy with 26 matches, 14-12 record.
Yeah, Freemian is a St. Maria Goretti kid, and I think he has some brothers that have wrestled. They've always been around the sport. So he probably understands the sport. Probably a pretty decent leader on this team as well.
It's a 5-2 lead right now for Strawn. He got his head.
Gets rolled through. Let's see if Freemian can grab this arm. If not, it's going to be an illegal move.
There's a reversal. Now he grabs a leg, turns it into somewhat of a Granby cradle combination, and he gets the pin with 3 seconds left in the first period. Freemian, the senior, improves to 15-12. Strawn had a 5-2 lead, but from the top position, when he was going for a pinning combination, just got his head too far over top. And Freemian, the senior, took advantage of it. Keith Myers is with Freemian, the winner.
Okay, what's the closing move? What's that move called?
I was doing like at the end of a Peterson. I came out after he had me.
You all right?
A little bit out of breath.
All right, I understand. Your brothers teach you how to wrestle?
Yeah, the seniors are great here. We got 10 of them this year. Jeff, Alex Hubbard, and Joey Freemian. They're teaching me a lot.
Well, congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys. This guy's winded, but he's ready to go for the next one.
Senior leadership on this Guerin Catholic roster, as Freemian mentions that they have 10 seniors on this team. And then you look across the mat, and Jesuit with 0 seniors. You can see the difference in the score, 42-6 in favor of Guerin Catholic. We go up to 195 pounds, another junior-senior matchup. Senior Alex Hubbard from Guerin Catholic, 8-13 this season. Isaiah Martin, the top wrestler on this Jesuit lineup, 14-4, starting running back for the varsity football team at Brebeuf Jesuit. Just finished 3rd at the county tournament.
And Hubbard with a quick takedown, but Martin reverses him and gets 2 back points. I mean, this is the guy I wanted to see wrestle was Martin. You know, he was out last year with an injury. I called him a big 195-pounder, but when we interviewed Coach Corey Watkins, you know, he weighs in at about 187, 188, but you can see how big and lean and athletic he is. Right now he's got a cross-face cradle. Let's see what he can do with it. Rolls it all the way through. Wow.
And that is a tight cradle. Hubbard breaks the grip, but Martin locks it back up and gets the first period pin. So Isaiah Martin, who missed all of last year with a back injury, but has wrestling in his blood, picks up a first period fall for Brebeuf Jesuit. And he'll jog over to Keith Myers. That cuts into the Guerin Catholic lead. It's now 42-12. Keith is with our winner at 195, Isaiah Martin.
He's got a smile on his face. What did you say?
Going out there.
Come this way.
Let's say this tournament should be pretty tough. Circle City Conference is one of the best wrestling conferences in the state. But today I plan to go 3-0. Show out for Brebeuf. Maybe get us our first conference champion in our school history, you know.
Congratulations. Job well done, young man.
Thank you.
That quick, we got a winner.
We got the scouting report from Coach Corey Watkins. The 2 wrestlers he talked about have accounted for all 12 points for Jesuit. Is now at 220 pounds. Connor Spellman or Max Fallon. Was that Fallon with the winner there? I believe Keith is with our winner.
No, this is Mr. Hubbard.
Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you very much.
Very quickly done.
Yeah, 15 seconds or something. I don't know.
15 seconds. He's happy. He's ready to go. Again, congratulations, job well done.
Thank you very much.
Now we got consecutive forfeits at both heavyweight and 106 pounds. Logan Petrie sick today for Jesuit. So Otto Perry, a freshman for Guerin Catholic, gets the forfeit at 285 and then back in 106. Guerin Catholic with their only opening in the lineup. Nelson Spear gets a forfeit for Jesuit. And actually 3 consecutive forfeits. At 113 pounds, freshman Tristan Henry for Guerin Catholic gets the forfeit. So 54-12 with the heavyweight forfeit. 54-18. It's now 60-18 with just 1 match remaining. Are we forfeiting our way all the way through this one?
We just did. Yeah, I think that's it.
Nothing at 120 pounds either. Looks like Jesuit did not send out Henry Cotter, a sophomore, so your final in this first duel this morning, Guerin Catholic wins 66-18. And we're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break between duels. We'll come back with our second duel. We'll send it down to Keith quick before we go to break.
Real quick, guys, we'll take about a 7-minute intermission, so we'll take a break. Riley will take care of you and entertain you a little bit. Job well done. I tell you, Guerin's pretty impressive, Joe. I thought they wrestled really well this morning.
I thought they wrestled well, and you know, I think the format, having Guerin and Roncalli as that last match of the day, is the right thing to do. I still think Roncalli has the edge, but Guerin's got a full lineup, and it's going to be interesting to see that final match of the day.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, you will be happy yourself in making others happy. That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Welcome back to wrestling. Today, as we're at Guerin Catholic, as we're in round number 2, as Guerin Catholic will be wrestling Chatard, as we will be ready for round 2. A lot of action for you. Thanks for joining us here on Indiana SRN. We're glad that you're here this morning, as we've already had first round match already. Guerin Catholic knocking off Brebeuf and Roncalli knocking off Chatard. So this is round 2. You'll have Chatard on the mat and Guerin Catholic, the guys that are calling all the action, Shane Ryder and Joe Hansen. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Keith. Round 1 has been completed. Our second round action is underway on the far mat, but they sort things out on the mat. We'll be calling action on between Guerin Catholic and Bishop Chatard. Catholic, a win over Brebeuf Jesuit, 60-24 was the final. So we had 4 straight forfeits to finish. Hard to sort out who was winning what there, Joe, but 60-24, a lot of falls there as well for Catholic and Jesuit. And Roncalli blanked Chatard 66-0. So we roll into round 2, and the two teams that are expected to be 2-0 going into round 3 take care of business in the opening round.
Absolutely. It's setting up a showdown between Guerin and Roncalli for the championship. We knew that was going to happen. They have the schedule kind of positioned that way. Again, for people just tuning in right now, it's a round-robin format, so this isn't a bracket format. So each team wrestles. They're going to get 3 matches in today. And right now we're in round 2, and Roncalli seems to be out of the gate taking care of business against Brebeuf. And now we've got Guerin versus a young and upcoming Bishop Chatard wrestling team.
So Guerin a win to improve to 7-12 in dual action. Looking to go to 8-12 here as the hosts. And set up a showdown with Roncalli in the finals. Round 1 started at 126 pounds, so we bump up a weight class to 132. And for Guerin Catholic, we'll get things started with a senior in John Bumgarner, who had a pin in that win over Brebeuf Jesuit. And he's got a single leg takedown 5 seconds in to get round 2 underway.
Sophomore Colin Bell, this is going to be a great test for him. A real strong senior. Colin had a promising freshman year. He wrestles hard. This is a strong kid. I think he looked pretty impressive that first round against Guerin. So we'll see what Colin Bell has in him. Bumgartner with an early takedown. Riding pretty heavy right now. He's got a chicken wing in, but Bell stands up, fights the hands. They go out of bounds.
Mentioned the youth for Chatard. A lot of open weights this morning as well, which makes winning a duel virtually impossible when you're giving up 36 points. A couple of kids sick or injured today as well. So a light lineup for Chatard, but they've got 8 wrestlers out there competing this morning.
And Shane, I've been to this conference championship 4 years in a row, and it's just a weird time to have it because it's so late in the season. It's good that these kids are getting in 3 matches, but we're 2 weeks away from the state series. Most conference championships that are in that bracket format, whether it's the MIC or the Mid-State or whatever, they've taken place weeks ago. This one's pretty late in the year, so it's not uncommon for teams to be banged up, or when you come back from break, a lot of times you're battling sickness. Unfortunately, Bishop Chatard, our best wrestler, Eli Bustamante, he's a sophomore. He was a city runner-up. He placed in a 32-team tournament out of Connersville. He's not in the lineup because he's sick, and that really does hurt the Bishop Chatard Trojans quite a bit. But what can you do? You can't put him out there when he's sick.
Bell's out competing at 132 pounds. A.J. Boyd was slated at 132, but he's one of the many Chatard wrestlers out this morning. And another takedown for Bumgarner. Stretches his lead to 4-1 with 25 seconds left in the first period. Thank you for tuning in this morning here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. Keith Myers, our Mat Side reporter, catching up with every winner here in the Circle City Conference Championships. Alongside Joe Hansen, I am Shane Ryder. We will be at Cathedral High School this coming Wednesday for what is going to be a fun dual meet between Roncalli and nationally ranked Cathedral. In fact, the first wrestling action we called this season was at Cathedral. We saw the talent in that lineup. We've seen Roncalli. This is the 3rd time now we've seen the Rebels. Very talented in the lower weights, and that's going to be a fun duel on Wednesday.
Yeah, we talked to Coach this morning, and Wade McClurg said they were within 20 points at the Coaches State Series up in Fort Wayne over Christmas break, and they didn't have their freshman at 106 in the lineup. They didn't have Bryce Lowry in the lineup, and they think that could be a 12-point swing. So, you get 6 points back and you gain 6 points. That's a big, big difference. Roncalli's a little banged up right now, and I think Cathedral's wrestling as good as any team in the nation right now. I mean, they really are facing some tough talent, and they're doing well. They wrestled Perry Meridian, historically one of the best teams in the state of Indiana, and I think they beat him by 14 points in a dual meet last Wednesday night. So I think it's going to be an epic showdown between two teams. I do think Roncalli's going to show up. I think it'll be a great night of wrestling. Super happy that Indiana SRN is going to be covering that.
That is going to be a fun one. We're 2 minutes into our 132-pound bout as round 2 gets underway between Chatard and Guerin Catholic.
Cleaning up some blood right now. I want to make a comment on the last 8 seconds of that first period. Shane, we have seen this time and time again. We saw it in the opening duel between Brebeuf and Guerin. Those last 10 seconds, you can't quit wrestling. Colin Bell is down 4-1 against a senior. If he gets an escape, he cuts it to 4-2. He can choose down the next period and cut it to 4-3, and it's a match. But instead, he got turned, a 2-swipe, ends up making the match 6-1, which is a big, big difference. So, young wrestler mistake. Colin Bell has a high ceiling, lots of potential. But that was a big mistake, letting himself get turned there in the last 8 seconds of the match.
You get a caution call on Bell. And now he covers on top, but a quick escape for Bumgarner. Makes it 7-1 as the second period gets underway.
All right, Bell, look at that. He has
There's
a block
good
and then a
reshot.
reshot.
Yep.
That's right, yeah. But then his head was down. And I know that's something that Coach Schmidt drills in practice. He really wants these kids to have, first and foremost, a good defense, a good stance, hand fight, be tough on their feet. Bell did that all, but he kind of made a little mistake and put his head down, but he's still fighting.
Bumgarner with heavy pressure from the top position. And now he'll let Bell go to make it 9-2. There's another shot by Bell, so he's staying aggressive from the neutral position, but again, the head down. Nice job by Bumgarner to bury the head and spin around for a 2-point takedown. Now he's got a half Nelson in. Gets a 1 count, but no near fall. Now it's
Trouble
deep.
for Bell here.
And that is trouble. There's the pin. Second period fall for John Bumgarner, his second pin in as many matches this morning. That one takes 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Bumgarner gets his hand raised center mat.
And Shane, that sets up a showdown between him and Sam Slivka at 132. Slivka ranked 16th in the state. They'll be facing each other with a Circle City Conference championship on the line. That'll be pretty exciting.
So Keith Myers, our mat side reporter with Bumgarner, a senior and a winner 2 times in as many matches.
Seems like we're getting used to this.
I sure hope so. I hope I'm here for a 3rd time.
Quick match. How do you feel today?
I feel good. I feel like I'm wrestling well. I didn't hand fight as well as I wanted to on top, but I got the pin. I got the job done. That's all I wanted.
And you got some good points for your team. That's what you wanted to get that point started off well.
That is team first. Make sure to start off strong and end strong next.
Hope to see you in about 45 minutes.
Sure do. Thank you.
Guys, don't forget we got high school basketball tonight too, Shane. We're right here at Guerin Catholic as they take on Martinsville tonight at 5:30.
You got a long day here, Keith.
Yes, I do.
We now jump up 2 weight classes to 145 as we had a forfeit at 138. No forfeit at 138. Who do we have out on the mat? I had 138 as an open weight.
Etzler from Brebeuf right now.
Now that was the previous duel. Etzler. Yeah, this isn't Danaski either, so this is Richardson against... We were told that there was an opening at 138 pounds. Either way, Isaac Richardson out to a 2-1 lead here in the first period. So R.J. Bradshaw from Chatard.
That's not R.J., no.
So a 2-1 lead for Isaac Richardson. He'll defer. Miles to lead as the wrestler. So we go through a first period with an unknown from Bishop Chatard, but now we got it figured out. Miles goes underneath. Gets up to his feet. Richardson trying to take him back to the mat. Nice job by Talib to stay on his feet. And a late scratch at 1:38, so they throw out Miles Talib, who does get an escape to tie this match at 2-2. Now a deep shot by Richardson. He'll trip that leg on the edge of the mat and be awarded a takedown. No, they're going to wave it off.
We got two freshmen battling it out here. This is good.
Scorer's table says 4-2, but I think the official waved off that takedown. Yep, they fix it. Back to 2-2 now with 1:15 left in the second period.
Yeah, Richardson with my favorite interview of the day today. He wins by fall against Brebeuf and comes over and said that was my first pin of the year. You could see how happy he was. And he's got another freshman opponent right now in Miles Talib. Both guys kind of with wrist control. Richardson snaps the neck, shoots in high crotch, back trip. That will be 2.
4-2 now in favor of Richardson. Talib bellied out underneath. See, Richardson has that wrist trapped.
Talib has got to get his head up. He's got to come to his base. He can't lay flat like that. 1 point right here in the last 12 seconds would be important. He's coming to his base. If he can get out, that would be huge.
So now it's Richardson's choice. Here in the third period. He's got a 2-point lead on Miles Talib. Two freshmen here at 138 pounds. Talib covers. Nice job by Richardson up to his feet. And a better job by Talib to drop down to that far ankle.
Yeah, nice fast first move by Talib. That's something that you hear coaches say. Fast first move. He's going to try to break him down. He's got to turn him. And at some point, we'll be watching Coach Damian Schmidt. You know, at some point, if you can't turn him, you've got to cut him and try to take him down. Does a nice job of bringing him down to the mat. And there's the one by Richardson.
So now it's 5-2 in favor of Richardson. Talib will have to work on his offense now from the neutral position. Down by 3. Both wrestlers tied up here with 1:24 left in the final period.
Neither of them look winded. I like that Miles Talib is in good position. He shoots a double leg. His head's down, though. He's going to have to either bail out of this or stay strong. So Richardson widens that gap a little bit, makes it 7-2, buries his head and spins behind.
We're under a minute here in the third period. There's a deep half. Talib able to fight it off. Now Richardson back parallel on the hips. Tries a little cross face. And now he's going to try and run a butcher around Talib and get some back points and look for a pin here in the final 30 seconds. He gets a 5 count. 3 near fall in hand. That gives Richardson a major right now. See if Richardson can flip Talib over. He'll get his 3 near fall. That makes it 10-2 with 10 seconds left. Gatsalit needs to get an escape to avoid the major defeat. Looks like Richardson will get the major decision. So instead of 6 for Guerin Catholic, they'll get 4 at 138 pounds. Isaac Richardson now 2 for 2 this morning.
And that sets up a showdown with senior David Page from Roncalli High School. Winner is the Circle City Conference champion.
10-0 the team score now. Guerin Catholic over Bishop Chatard, and Isaac Richardson meets with Keith Myers for a second time this morning.
This guy is 2-0. Indiana SRN's brought you luck, buddy.
Yeah, it's good. I got a lot of proof to everyone who's watching it. So
Going to come down to a major showdown against Roncalli. You ready for that? You got to get rested up. You got to get ready to go.
yeah, it's just another match. I don't know the kid at all, so I just go out and I have to bring everything I have.
You've done a great job so far this morning. The team's doing well. Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys. This guy's ready.
We go up to 145 pounds now. It looks like Guerin Catholic
has bumped somebody.
They've either bumped or can't imagine them giving Danaski Jr. a rest, but that might be the case with Beduya on deck for that Roncalli duel. But you see Danaski Jr. over there right now holding his headgear, so he might come out at 152 pounds, and I think that's going to be the case.
Yes.
So we've got freshman Jack Dixon with a first period fall for Chatard, and that makes it 10-6.
So that might have been Michael Furchman-Rowe. He might have weighed in at 145. And let's listen to the Jack Dixon interview, a freshman that has a lot of potential in this lineup.
Go ahead, Keith.
Pretty good for a freshman.
Yeah, thank you.
How did you feel running today, wrestling today?
Oh, I felt great. It's just fun.
You're pumped, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
He has nothing else to say, Joe. He's got people taking pictures. He's really glad he won. Nice win for your team.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Job well done.
Jack's one of those kids that he's a freshman. He is been CYO wrestling for a long time. He's practiced with Chatard before. He came into high school. He does a plethora of other things at the high school. He has almost a 4.0 GPA. If he sticks with it, he's going to go far. Nice to see him get that win after facing Alec Beduya this morning, number 1 ranked guy in his weight class.
Hey, Joe, also the kid is very polite, very nice, very well-mannered. He thanked me for interviewing him. That's pretty cool.
Well, I thank you for interviewing him, too.
Go to 152 pounds now. Danaski Jr., who weighed in at 145 for Guerin Catholic, bumps up a weight class. And the weight difference not mattering so far. He leads his opponent by a score of 5-1, just a minute into the first period.
He takes on sophomore Rodel Ortega. And again, Ortega has his hands full. Danaski is ranked 5th in the semi-state, 9th in the state. He was a part of the Team Indiana freestyle team this last summer. Conference champion last year, knocking off Tice Frigi, who took 3rd in state last year. So Danaski has, the potential to be a state place winner this year. So Ortega's just got to wrestle hard, stay in position, and know that this opportunity is an opportunity to get better.
Danaski with a comfortable lead here. 20 seconds left in the first. Ortega fights to his feet. Both wrestlers work the edge of the mat. Well, shot attempt by Ortega. Able to latch onto the leg. See if they award 2. And I think they will give Danaski 2 just before time expires in the first period. So it's 9-2 now for Danaski Jr. And he'll start the second period on bottom.
Corey Watkins mentioned how he's building this Brebeuf program. First step that he took was reaching out to the head football coach and invite to his football players. Same thing's happening at Chatard. Coach Rob Doyle, who just won a state championship this year, brought our 14th state championship to Bishop Chatard. is very, very open. Ortega is a great football player. And you're going to see at heavyweight in the Chatard lineup our starting center, kid that's going to play college football. So Damian Schmidt has done a nice job of building relationship with the football program to get some of these football players out and wrestling. And right now, Danaski's just putting on a takedown clinic.
He leads 14-2. Now he sucks Ortega back for a 3-point near fall. We'll see if he can get the pin or if it'll be a technical fall here at 152 pounds. Ortega trying to fight off his back, but Danaski Jr. does get the pin. So instead of 5, Danaski Jr. gets 6. And he answers the Jack Dixon fall at 145 for Bishop Chatard. So Guerin Catholic stretches their lead back to 10. It's 16-6. 4 matches into round number 2. Danaski Jr. jogs over to Keith Myers.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work slowly by slowly, getting better, 1% at a time.
You're almost like a utility wrestler. You wrestle one weight and you go to the other. Do you like going back and forth?
Yeah, it gets me some good matches. We usually bump up to go to the better guys, so I get a good sweat in and get a good match in.
Roncalli is next. You ready for that one?
Absolutely.
Boy, I tell you what, fire in his eyes. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
Well done. Back up to you guys.
2 for 2 for Danaski Jr. He's going to set up a showdown with Alec Viduya, top-ranked wrestler at 145 in the state of Indiana. Danaski Jr. ranked number 9 in the state. As the far mat, Isaiah Martin at 195 just launched his opponent from Roncalli, and Isaiah Martin with another pin for Brebeuf.
Martin's the real deal. He is. Wow. You know, he is an exciting wrestler and beat a really good Michael Fletcher just now.
Well, you could hear the thud on the mat from the throw. Grabbed our attention as we're at 160 pounds right now. Joe Lafioska, 15-12 for Guerin Catholic, taking on Jeff Waugh, 10-14 for Bishop Chatard.
Yeah, Lafioska, a junior. Waugh, a freshman, probably the freshman that shows the most potential. Big kid, strong kid. He's been wrestling since he's in 2nd grade. These are the kind of matches that are good tests. He's got to see he peels that half off and posts that outside leg and gets out of it. So, he's wrestling a junior that has double-digit wins, and, Jeff's capable of winning this match. Very, very capable. Be nice for him to get 1 point before time expires with about 10 seconds left. What do we talk about? We got to wrestle through all the way to the period, not get turned, and he does that.
Time expires in the first period, 2-0 in favor of Lafioska.
Jeff Waugh comes from a wrestling family. Both of his brothers wrestled at Roncalli. His brother Pat was the captain of the team, I think 3 years ago, 3-time semi-state qualifier. So he is the youngest of the Waugh brothers. So that living room is probably a wrestling room. And he's just a tough kid. Tough kid on the football field, tough kid on the wrestling mat. This is going to be a fun match to watch these next 2 periods. So Waugh got his head caught underneath. What he's got to do there is get his head on the outside, get his hips in, and create an angle. When you're straight on those railroad tracks just going forward, you're burning up a lot of energy. You're chasing a bad position. Let's see if he can get a better shot in here at 1:30 in the 2nd period.
It's a nice counter by Lafioska. Turns it into a cradle from the neutral position. He'll get awarded a takedown. Not sure he got a 2 count. Now he gets his back points locked up and he's looking for a pin. That one's getting tight, and there is the pin for Joe Lafioska. Make it 2 for 2 for the junior from Guerin Catholic. He sticks freshman Jeff Waugh. And the Golden Eagles now lead at 22-6.
Yeah, Waugh had a sweep single there, came up, and his inside leg was bunched up. He got near side cradled and then bulldogged and it was lights out.
Keith Myers is down with Joe Lafioska, the winner.
I think these guys are used to coming over to winner's circle because you got the smile on your face. Nice job. Way to finish strong.
Thank you, sir.
2 for 2 today. You ready for 3-0?
I'll try my best.
Good job. Your team's playing really, really well, doing really, really well. Way to contribute.
Thank you, sir.
Great job. Back up to you guys. They're fired up, guys. I'm telling you.
They're wrestling well, Keith. I'm trying to improve to 2-0 this morning to set up that championship round against Roncalli. We got a couple of juniors here now at 170 pounds. Jericho Jacobs from Bishop Chatard, a record of 0-6. Braden Hall improved to 17-10 with a win in round 1 over Brebeuf Jesuit. And Hall with an early takedown 32 seconds in to the first period.
It was a blast double, and he used a lot of mat to get those 2 points. That was an impressive first takedown by Braden Hall. Goes spiral ride and then chops on the outside. Jericho Jacobs with a nice base, but he's got to come to his feet. He's got to get his head up, and he's got to work up, and he does that. Coach Damian Schmidt shakes his head in approval, likes what he sees. Jericho's in this match, but he's got to move on that whistle. He's got to have a fast first move.
Jacobs gets sent underneath. Minute 15 to go in the second. We'll bump all the way up to heavyweight here after this match concludes. 3 straight forfeits for Chatard. We mentioned before this duel got underway that a couple of injured wrestlers, a few that are sick, and it's just that time of year. Well, we're just 2 weeks out from the state series beginning. There's another takedown for Braden Hall after Jacobs had earned an escape.
So Damian Schmidt in his second year, and this is just a tough time of the year for Chatard wrestling. Eli Bustamante, as I said earlier in the broadcast, he's a sophomore. He's city runner-up, placed in the Connorsville tournament, kind of the leader of this team. He's a guy that wrestles all the way through the summer. Nate Schmayhill, who is a football player, real strong junior, is out with injury, shoulder injury. Jackson Bowen, maybe the most talented wrestler on this team, a strong kid, a middleweight. He's out because of a football injury. And then R.J. Bradshaw, starting 138-pounder, was out today as well. So, that's 4 really strong guys out of the lineup, but they're all coming back next year. And we talked about this at the start of the broadcast. It's going to make for an interesting Circle City Conference these next couple of years because Chatard's going to be loaded next year.
Chatard very young. Brebeuf Jesuit very young. Guerin Catholic and Roncalli somewhat the opposite. Many more juniors and seniors in their varsity lineups. Jacobs underneath, hesitant to come to his feet, but now will take his one. It's 8-3 as the third period gets started.
Jacobs with an underhook and a collar tie circling. Takedown here would be big. He's got to stay in position. But Braden Hall keeps moving into him. And there he is with a shot. Jacobs sprawls. Hall fights, steps over that leg, and there's 2.
We'll see what Hall goes for here as Jacobs exposes himself, and Hall's going to get back points and try to tighten things up on top. Jericho kicking underneath. And there is a pin in the third period. Braden Hall picks up his 18th win of the season and has a chance to be a Circle City Conference champion. He's 2-0 this morning. Guerin Catholic now leads at 28-6. As Hall jogs over to Damian Schmidt, the head coach for Bishop Chatard. And now he'll head over to the opposite corner with our very own Coach Keith Myers.
Are you ready?
I'm back again.
You're back again. This is old habit for you, isn't it?
I know, this is like my natural habitat right here. You're getting interviews. I do it every week. Just win after win after win.
You got one more win. You can be a conference champion with one more win. How about that?
That sounds awesome. A dream come true.
Good luck. Congratulations. Job well done. I tell you what, these guys get so smiling, so happy. They're thrilled to death about doing this, guys, and it's kind of cool we're involved in that. We want to thank a lot of people who allow us to do that, and especially these coaches in this conference giving us a shot, and it's principals like you, Joe, and all the principals of this conference knowing what we do, and really glad that we're here.
Extremely happy that you're here. Saw a lot of tweets last night about basketball games on Friday nights in a cold, wintry Indiana evening. There's no better place to be. Well, it's a cold, wintry Indiana morning. No place I'd rather be than at a dual meet like this. This is a lot of fun. Geisy goes to work quick.
285 pounds now, 3 straight forfeits for Bishop Chatard. So Guerin Catholic picks up 18 free points.
Alex Geisy, quick takedown, half Nelson. He's going to get a pin here.
And there is the pin for Alex Geisy. Just 25 seconds in. Geisy, a senior, takes care of freshman Otto Perry.
Geisy lost in double overtime against Roncalli this morning, against Aaron Butts. Looks like Aaron Butts is going to lock up a conference championship. He'll most likely defeat the Guerin Catholic wrestler. And but Geisy, he's in it. Double overtime, lost by 1 point. I do believe that he has a chance as a heavyweight to make it to Banker's Life this year. Let's hear what he has to say in his interview.
Meets with his coaches momentarily and now heads over to Keith Myers. Keith, make sure that singlet stays on.
Yeah. He wanted to take it off. I think he's ready to rest, but congratulations, big fella. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Tough match this morning, but you bounced back pretty well.
Yeah, I was pretty mad about that first one. Kind of forgot about the rules, honestly. He just had, in the third overtime, he just had the option to go down.
Congratulations on a window this morning. Now you're 1-1. Good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Your man's ready to go.
Thank you very much, Keith. I think we've got 2 more forfeits now. I think this will get us to 120 pounds. Does that sound right, Joe?
That's correct. 120 pounds, freshman Adam Harkness for Bishop Chatard. And then Guerin Catholic, I believe this is Quinn Sutton, a sophomore. Well, did Harkness get a forfeit? Yeah, it looks like Harkness got a forfeit.
So Sutton didn't wrestle on that first one against Brebeuf Jesuit either. So he was listed on the lineup. But
yeah, sure wish we had a chance to watch Adam Harkness wrestle. When I go and talk to Damian Schmidt about who looks good, Adam is a kid that was injured the first half of the season, but he's come back and he's a lightweight with a lot of heart, a lot of quickness, great athleticism. Very promising future for Bishop Chatard. Wish we could have seen him wrestle on Indiana SRN today.
They've got a sophomore-senior matchup in the final match here in round number 2 between Bishop Chatard and Guerin Catholic. Goskell will win in round number 1. He's 15-14 this season. Will Hudson, a sophomore for Chatard, with a record of 3-14.
Will Hudson's a kid that has given himself fully to this sport, growing by leaps and bounds. Had a really good week. I think there was a freshman-sophomore tournament this week, and he wrestled extremely well there. But he's got his hands full with a senior at 126 that has double-digit wins, and Costco looked pretty good that first round. Right now, Costco controlling the hand ties. He spins around for that first takedown.
Now pins that wrist up on the back of Hudson. He's going to reach underneath for a little Hassman.
Hudson has got to get that left leg out, or he's going to get buried here. He's got to get that left leg out.
And arm is pinned underneath, and that's a tight Pinning
hard to get out of it right
combination.
there, yeah.
And there is the pin for John Koskell, a senior. So that wraps up round number 2. Guerin Catholic, at least by my count, wins this duel over Bishop Chatard by a final of 64-18.
Coach Fleener's got a good lineup there. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up against Roncalli. A lot of individual championships on the line, and of course the winner of that duel is the 2020 Circle City Conference champion.
You bet. Keith Myers is with our winner at 126 pounds, John Koskell.
Good job, John.
Thank you.
It's getting old habit, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gunning for the conference champion spot, so.
One more win, you're there.
One more win.
Congratulations, team's doing really well. Next match could be a really good matchup. Going to be fun watching it tonight.
Yeah, they're a great team. I'm expecting a real tough match, and I'm planning on winning it.
Congratulations, job well done. All right, back up to you guys. I think we got about a 7 to 8 minute intermission. I think we throw it back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Keith. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with round number 3 and what is setting up to be a championship dual meet between Roncalli and Guerin Catholic.
I think Roncalli, no matter how many students are here, we want to feel like a small school.
As the school has gotten larger, we're almost double the size we were back in 1990. We have gone to a lot of efforts here as a school to break down the bigness of the school. I look at high school as a great time for kids to explore many different possibilities for their lives, and they can do that in a safe environment.
Our unwritten mission is to help kids understand that God has blessed them with a set of skills and gifts and talents, and He really does want them to discover those gifts and talents, and then He wants them to try and develop those gifts and talents, and then He wants them to share those gifts and talents with the world to try to make it a better place.
These students are certainly my hope. They're my hope for the future.
Their unique gifts, their unique talents, their interests all combine into a vocation.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
With us is the coach of Guerin Catholic. I tell you what, it's going to come down to you and Roncalli.
Yeah, we're wrestling tough right now. We're pretty young, and we know they're pretty good, but we're going to go wrestle hard and compete.
Kids have really came out. They're fired up. You can tell when we came in early this morning, they had a mission. They really think they can get this title.
Yeah, they got a point to prove. They know that, and they're excited to be here at home wrestling in front of a good crowd. So, yeah, we're ready to go compete.
What is the take when all these kids come over to get interviewed? They got smiles on their face. The basketball players, football players, even cross-country runners and volleyball players get this coverage, but wrestling is now getting that coverage because of what we're doing. You got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Like I said, we're excited. We're excited you guys are here covering it. Our kids are excited, right? They love to compete, and they just want to go compete and wrestle as hard as they can. So,
congratulations, job well done. I tell you what, guys, this week has been a lot of fun doing some research, and you guys just know as I do, all these coaches love the attention, and man, whatever we asked for, they gave it to us this week.
Thank you very much, Keith. Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School. The hosts 2-0, and the team that came in with the top lineup and a top dual record, they are now 18-2 in the Roncalli Rebels, setting up a showdown in round number 3, Joe.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun broadcast here because we have, I think we determined 12 individual championships on the line and a team championship on the line. Again, this is not a bracket format, so the round-robin duel, both 2-0 teams facing each other and a whole lot of 2-0 wrestlers facing each other.
You bet. You're talking about the individual championships, that 12 wrestlers from this duel will be decided at 152 pounds over on the far mat between Brebeuf Jesuit and Bishop Chatard. You've got Nolan Backman, just a freshman, and a chance to win it at 152 after he knocked off Hayden Ball from Roncalli.
Yeah, our pre-interview, we talked to Corey Watkins, and we knew Isaiah Martin was going to be a force to be reckoned with. He'll be wrestling for a championship this round. But now freshman Nolan Buckman has positioned himself to win a conference championship as a first-year wrestler at Brebeuf Jesuit. Of course, Tice Friege, who is, I think, ranked 5th in the state, is not here today. But you know what? Opportunity presented itself, and sure enough, he's going to have a chance to win a championship.
Coach McClure is with us from Roncalli. Going to come down to you and Guerin. Going to be an interesting match today.
Yeah, it should be a good duel meet. Our guys are wrestling well, so we're excited for it.
Conference championship on the line, a lot of individual championship. Guys, everybody's peaking at the right time. This should be a lot of fun for our fans at home.
Yeah, it should be. We like where our team's at. We went through a really, really tough November, December, and January. We had a tough schedule and hard training cycles, and we're starting to try to peak our guys now. We're close to the state series, and we like where our team's at. So we're excited to see how well we perform here at the end for a conference title.
Lots of people watching back home as well. That's a cool thing for the sport. Congratulations. Job well done.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
Back up to you guys. They're both focused.
Thanks to head coach Wade McClurg joining us from Roncalli. Joe, before today's Circle City Conference Championships got underway, all 4 teams were out on the mat warming up. We knew Roncalli, cream of the crop in this tournament, but just the way that they drill, the way they train before any of those duels started, it was just a different level that Coach Wade McClurg has instilled in his program.
Yeah, they're the standard. I think that's what everybody in this conference needs to shoot for. I think Brebeuf, Guerin, and Bishop Chatard are positioning themselves that way. They'll get there, but they're a ways away. And again, Wade McClurg in his 4th year is going for his 4th team title here in the Circle City Championships. David Page leading off.
So we start things at 138 pounds in our championship round. Guerin Catholic and Roncalli And the winner of this match will be the individual champion at 138. David Page, a senior, is going to pin freshman Isaac Richardson. So David Page goes 3-0 this morning. Gets to 18-9 on the season. He's ranked number 8 in the semi-state rankings. So on the outside looking in terms of reaching the state tournament, but you know the talent that Page has and the potential to reach the state tournament in his senior season.
Yeah, and this is the truth. I really do believe he has a chance to make it to the state series. We're going to interview him. One of my favorite human beings, David Page. Love this kid.
This is a good kid, and I tell you what, you just did it very quickly. I think less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't see the clock, so I'm not really sure on that. But
all you know is you're a conference champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. It feels good. Senior year.
Looking forward to next week?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to compete, ready for Cathedral, ready to see where it takes us.
Good luck. Good luck in the state. Good luck this week, and job well done. Congratulations on a conference championship.
Thanks, boss.
He calls me boss. I don't know why he calls me boss. During weigh-in, he called me boss. I don't know what that is all about, but I enjoy it.
So David Page is going to have the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state of Indiana next year. Or not next year, next Wednesday when he faces Cathedral. That's going to be a big test for him. A really big challenger at 138 from Southport has cut down to 132, so it opens the door for David to win a sectional championship, position himself nicely at regionals, and have a chance to get through that Newcastle semi-state, which is brutal at 138 pounds, but I think he can do it.
He's got a good one coming up on Wednesday at Cathedral. We've got a good one right now on the mat. Top-ranked wrestler at 145 pounds, Alec Viduya, an Air Force commit, taking on Jeff Danaski Jr., ranked number 9 at this weight class. But it's Viduya with a 2-0 lead,
Wow.
and he's got Danaski Jr. on his back.
All eyes are on this match, not only in this gym, but the state of Indiana. So people were putting on the Indiana Mat chat board big matches this weekend, and this is the one they mentioned from the Circle City Conference, 1 versus 9. Viduya versus Danaski. This is going to be a great one. But Alec out of the gate, quick takedown, and within a minute and a half has already turned him, has a 5-0 lead. Danaski's going to have to wrestle hard these final 20 seconds or he's going to get turned again.
Viduya's record a perfect 28-0. Danaski Jr., a senior, along with Viduya, his record at 22-1. But it's the top-ranked wrestler, Alec Viduya, out with an early 5-point lead. 12 seconds left in the opening period.
Viduya with a spiral ride lifts him up. Time expires. He gets the ride out. A solid first period. He looked like the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state of Indiana. Danaski's the real deal. So to have a 5-0 commanding lead like that is pretty impressive.
Viduya goes on his feet. Viduya has had a couple of close matches this season against ranked wrestlers. Against Jaden Reynolds from Avon, just a 5-2 victory for Viduya. And then he knocked off Brody Bauman from Evansville Mater Dei by a 7-3 score. So when he's wrestled top competition, they've given him a run for his money. But here against Danaski Jr., Viduya showing that he's the real deal at 145 pounds. Another takedown and a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, what I called what he just did there was a short single, and then he dumps him once he gets that leg up. Boy, did that look nice. And to have a 7-0 lead with only a minute 37 expired, 2:37 expired in this match is pretty impressive.
We're going to have some blood time here as Viduya gets cleaned up. Viduya, a 3-time finalist, or a 2-time finalist, trying to make it 3 times, seeking his 2nd state championship. Won it as a freshman, 4th as a sophomore, 2nd last year, but trying to get back atop the podium as we're just about a month out from the state championships at Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
And Danaski trying to become, I believe, the first state qualifier for Guerin Catholic. Guerin Catholic, we're in this gym. We see some state championship banners hanging up. This is a young school, and in their history, I don't believe they've ever had a state qualifier in wrestling. Danaski has a real good chance of becoming their first ever, not only qualifying, but placing as well.
There's a really sharp low ankle pick by Viduya, and he gets another takedown on Danaski Jr. His lead with a minute gone in the second period is 9-1.
So I would say in all aspects of this match, Alec has looked great. On his feet, on top, hasn't been challenged at all. And I don't mean that as any type of disrespect to Danaski, because he is 2-0 on the day. He bumped up in the second match of the day to wrestle the 52-pounder from Bishop Chatard so he could get a better match in. During his interviews, he was calm and focused. I think he wanted this match. There's still a lot of time left, 2.5 minutes left. But Alec has dominated every aspect of this match.
We've got more blood now on Vaduya. Couldn't tell if that's coming from his nose or if he's just got a cut. Maybe somewhere on his forehead, but he'll get touched up in the corner.
Yeah, I think it's either on his eye or the bridge of his nose. It's not coming out of his nose.
That's what I thought. Because it's been a quick cleanup. Usually with the nose, if it's
right,
if it's coming out of the nose, you
right.
have to plug it and go. But they're just trying to stop the bleeding with. Keith Myers, our Mat Side reporter, with that inside information. It apparently is coming out of Vaduya's nose, so they get him stopped, and yeah, you see him trying to plug it there. 9-1 lead, Keith.
Well, there's cotton and there's gauze and there's all kinds of stuff in his nose. So that could be interesting.
They haven't asked you to clean any up.
No, I won't do that.
We resume action here in the second period. Vaduya, a nice job of stopping Danaski Jr.'s first move, and he lifts him back to the mat. Turns it into a butcher, and he'll try and wrap it around for back points. Flips Danaski over, who rolls through it, and that was a quick two count. Holy smokes.
Count. I don't think that Coach Andrew Fleener is too happy with that. But one thing I've noticed about Vaduya these first two periods, no space in between him and the bottom guy. I mean, he is wrapping him up like a blanket and wrestling heavy. And very, very impressive job of riding Danaski.
It's a very brief discussion between the head official and head coach Andrew Fleener.
We're neutral for the third period.
Look at the action here from Vaduya. Both wrestlers. But it's Vaduya just staying on the aggression. Down to a single leg. We'll see how he tries to finish this takedown. Drops down to the ankle and just lifts Danaski Jr. to the mat.
This is just exciting to watch. He does such a great job of controlling the ties, moving, using his quickness, and keeping his opponents guessing. You don't know what's coming. You just don't know what's coming. So here he is, and Danaski cautiously moves in. He's down by 11 points, and he's being cautious. You know, you just it's literally like playing with fire here.
Down to a minute in the third period. Alec Vaduya, ranked number 1 at 145 pounds, taking on number 9, Jeff Danaski Jr. Both wrestlers are seniors.
I think Danaski has to be a little more aggressive. You're down 13-2. You got to send a message. Don't look over at the clock. Try to take him down at least once.
There's a half shot attempt by Danaski Jr.
Tries to go big with a kind of a sloppy headlock there, you know. Now he's in a front headlock. 25 seconds left.
Vaduya and Danaski work the edge of the mat. There's a low ankle pick by Danaski, but it drives Vaduya off the mat. Just 11 seconds left here in the third period. It looks like Alec Vaduya is going to stay undefeated. Down to a single leg. Danaski Jr. breaks it. Tries a little lateral drop. No finish. Tries one again. There's a takedown for Vaduya as time expires.
And Vaduya makes history. I think he becomes the first person for Roncalli and in this entire conference to win 4 Circle City Conference titles. So that's pretty cool.
Alec Beduya goes to 29-0 this season. A dominant win over a very good wrestler in Jeff Danaski Jr. Beduya, a 15-2 major decision, makes it 10-0 in favor of Roncalli. Keith Myers over on our corner. We'll see when Beduya heads over to him. We have seen Roncalli now for a third time this season. This is the first time we've actually seen Beduya on the mat, however, and boy, did he look good.
How are you feeling?
Pretty tired.
Yeah, the nose, little worn, a little bit of blood coming out of the nose. Nice match. Congratulations. 4-time conference champions. You got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, but I know there's more tournaments to come, and I'm really looking forward to those.
Business not done yet.
No, not at all.
Undefeated, guys, and he has a lot more things to do. Congratulations. Job well done.
Freshman Hayden Ball with a cross-face cradle looking for 6.
Ball was one of 2 Roncalli wrestlers to lose in their duel against Brebeuf Jesuit.
Hayden, freshman, and he's filling in for Tice Freege today. He's had a lot of success at the freshman level as well as the JV level. Comes from a family. His dad is a tremendous athlete. I think he played football and might have wrestled for Wabash. I know definitely he played football, but he's a big guy. And my son and I talk about this all the time. Where's Hayden Ball going to go? I mean, he is a big, lanky 152-pounder. I mean, I could see him by the time he reaches his junior and senior year being 182, 195.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, as he continues to fill out that frame. Very athletic build. Mention the length. And he's got a 5-0 lead on Michael Furchman Rowe from Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, to jump in here and if he wins this, go 2-1 on the day and get some points for your team as a freshman. Pretty impressive performance. Again, using those long arms with another cross-face cradle. This one's going to be lights out.
That's tight, and there's the pin. In a minute 41, Hayden Ball takes care of business. Goes to 6-7 in varsity action. And a 16-0 lead now for the Roncalli Rebels. Perfect 3 for 3 for Roncalli. And Hayden Ball is with our own Keith Myers.
Well, Hayden, you're 2-1 on the day. Can't beat that. Nice job for your team.
Thank you.
What was the deciding factor? What got you to that position to get him a pin?
I've just been working hard all year long, and I felt the cradle was there, so I locked it up.
Congratulations. Job well done.
So here's another conference championship on the line at 160 pounds. Andrew Stuck, a sophomore, 12-13 this year, taking on junior Joe Lafioska, who is 16-12.
Yeah, Lafioska's looked pretty good today, but I think he's going to have his hands full. Andrew's been wrestling really well lately. He's a big move guy, likes to take people from their feet to their back, and he's already out to a 4-0 lead. He's also good on top of those legs in.
He adds 2-point near fall. It's 6-0 with a minute gone in the first period. Nice escape there by Lafioska to make it 6-1. But a lot of action early on from Andrew Stuck. Shot attempt up into a bear hug. Now he'll try and throw Lafioska to his back, and he does just that. Take down, and he gets a pin.
Big move, Andrew. Loves to take people from their feet to their back.
So Andrew Stuck, a conference champion, 3 for 3 this morning. And Roncalli rolling here against Guerin Catholic. 22-0 the team score now. Andrew Stuck, who came in with a record of 10-13, gets back to 500. He'll meet with Keith Myers.
Andrew's all set, ready for the interview. You're getting smiles on your face. You're ready to go.
I am.
Congratulations. You're 3-0 on the day.
Thank you.
Conference champion individually. Your team is up 22-0. You guys are wrestling really well. It's been a pretty good day for you guys.
Yeah, he's working hard.
Coach, he got you ready for this one, didn't he?
He did.
Yep. Congratulations. Job well done. guys are ready for Wednesday. I'm telling you, they're focused. They win this one, but they're ready for Wednesday.
Yeah, they're looking for a little revenge tour against Cathedral. Just one of their 2 dual meet losses this season. Roncalli 18-2, coming into this final round against Guerin Catholic. Their other dual loss came on that same day, January 4th. First tournament right out of the holiday break. Their other loss coming to Columbus East High School. But Roncalli taking care of business, trying to make it 4 for 4 in the Circle City Conference Championships.
Hall with a sag headlock, and Peoples in trouble. He gets a pin. He gets a conference title here. This is going to be interesting. 45 seconds left. He gets out of it.
Peoples fights off his back, but 3 points for Hall, and now Peoples with a reversal to make it 5-2. Peoples a sophomore, Hall a junior. Peoples a record of 14-11, Hall at 18-10, and how about this? Peoples with a bar arm, able to flip Hall over to his back. So both wrestlers here in the opening period have earned themselves back points. Now that's getting tight for Peoples.
Yeah.
Down to 10 seconds left in the first period. Hall trying to bridge off his back. Down to 5. 3-2, and there's the pin with 1 second left in the first period.
And
Sam Peoples
wins his first conference title after being on his back in a headlock. But they're going to the table, and they're saying, was there time left? Yeah, there was time left.
I think there was 1 second left when the ref slapped the mat, and they will shake things up. Braden Hall had taken a 5-0 lead, but Sam Peoples rallies a reversal and then into a tight headlock grip. And it's now 28-0 Rebels. They are rolling, and Peoples heads over to Keith for a mat side interview.
You got to go two full minutes because you won that with 1 second left on the stick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big move. I tell you what, he had you, and then all of a sudden you just turned back around. What was the momentum factor to turn him back around?
I don't know. I guess his lock was just kind of weak, and I could slip through it.
Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
If it was 2:01, guys, we would be in the second period. It was incredible.
That was an exciting finish and a high-scoring first period. We now go up to 182 pounds. Alex Amadeo, a sophomore for Roncalli, looking for a fall. And this would be a conference championship for Amadeo.
Amadeo's a kid that has taken his lumps this year. He has bumped up to 182, and Peoples is now down at 170, but Alex has not stopped wrestling and getting better, and he is very close to a pin in his first ever conference title.
Amadeo and Joey Fremian from Guerin Catholic. 3-point near fall. Amadeo leads at 5-0. Amadeo just a sophomore, Fremian a senior. But it's Amadeo with an early lead and more back points coming, looking for a fall.
And the sophomore has the senior in a lot of trouble. I think this is going to be a pin.
It's getting tight. Trying to get that second shoulder blade on the mat, and he does. Alex Amadeo, a conference champion. 3-0 today. And Roncalli, a perfect 6 for 6. 5 of their 6 wins have been falls. The other, a dominant performance by Alec Viduya at 145 pounds. As it's Alex Amadeo who knocks off a senior for the championship at 182 pounds. So the sophomore takes care of the upperclassman. Keith, go ahead.
Good job, well done. A nice stick.
Thank you.
You play around with him a little bit, huh?
Not really.
Worked you very hard. Congratulations, conference championship. Good job.
Thank you.
Right back up to you guys. Has nothing to say other than thank you.
Thanks, Keith. Michael Fletcher, a senior, now on the mat for Roncalli. Taking on a senior as well from Guerin Catholic and Alex Hubbard. And the champ at 195 pounds is going to be Isaiah Martin from Brebeuf Jesuit. 3 dominant performances from Martin.
Right now in this other mat, we have Nolan from Brebeuf with a 9-1 lead. Looks like he's going to claim a title at 52. So Brebeuf's going to have 2 champions. We still have to determine a lot of weight classes between Guerin and Roncalli, but a little history lesson. The first year of the Circle City Conference, Roncalli won all 14 weight classes. And they're not going to do that today, but they're going to win a lot of championships for sure.
So takedown here for Fletcher. With a minute gone in the first period, he leads 2-0 over Alex Hubbard. Fletcher's record at 10-19, and Hubbard at 9-14.
Fletcher had a big victory on senior night last Wednesday night. Really, really close one. I think both wrestlers. It was a pretty brutal battle. Both of them were cramping up, but Fletcher with the win. And I know Fletcher had a really good tournament down in Mater Dei over the holidays. He made the semifinals, ended up placing in a very, very prestigious, tough tournament. Not too impressive of a record, but I think he does have capabilities to at least get to that Newcastle semi-state. And from there, who knows what could happen.
I believe our assignments here on Indiana SRN have been confirmed. We're going to go to Southport for the sectional, and Perry Meridian, I believe, for the regional, and of course the gauntlet at Newcastle for the semi-state.
Yeah, in my humble opinion, the toughest semi-state. Looks like Fletcher's getting ready to get. Ooh, time runs out. 2 seniors battling out.
Hello.
4-0 in favor of Fletcher from Roncalli. Roncalli, 5 of their 6 upper weights. Bunch of sophomores. And where are they at their best? From about 106 to 145. They are as strong as any team in the state. We've pitched what's coming up on Wednesday. Roncalli at Cathedral. Cathedral is ranked nationally now, the top team in the state of Indiana. Those two have already wrestled here after the holiday break. Fletcher with a reversal 15 seconds into the second period. He's up 6-0 now on his opponent, Alex Hubbard. And I can't wait for Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be good for wrestling, good for SRN. Fletcher with a half Nelson. Looks like he's going to win this one right now. Scoop that head up and gets a pin.
A pin in 2 minutes, 38 seconds for Michael Fletcher. He'll finish second individually, but Roncalli's rolling and on their way to a 4th consecutive Circle City Conference championship. Fletcher the fall. It's 40-0 now, Roncalli over Guerin Catholic. We go to 220 pounds now. And it's sophomore Justin Lewis for Roncalli.
Congratulations, Shad. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Got a little busted lip there. You got to take care of that. Get the trainer to take care of that. But are you ready, geared up for today? Congratulations on a conference championship. Well, it looks like it's going to be that way. And then Wednesday, you got Cathedral.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Back up to you guys. I got to get his injury taken care of. Bleeding down here with the lip.
Thank you, Keith. You can go touch it up if you want.
No, I would never want to be a medic because I don't think I could do the job.
Fletcher's going to have his hands full, state ranked and semi-state ranked Jacob Huffman, but I think it was at the state duel, coaches duel, it was 2-1 or 3-1. It was really close, so that's one of those swing matches that could really kind of cut that 20-point deficit that Roncalli suffered against Cathedral earlier in the year, so that's an important match, 195 on Wednesday night. Fletcher looked good in this last match.
That he did. We're at 220 now. Justin Lewis, a sophomore from Roncalli. This is either Connor Spellman, a sophomore, or Max Fallon, a junior from Guerin Catholic. They listed 2 wrestlers at this weight, but no matter who it was, Lewis takes care of business at 220 pounds. And he is a conference champion from Roncalli. 3-0 this morning for Lewis. gets his record of 14-12 on the season. And Roncalli continues to roll. 7 of their 8 wins now in this championship duel have come by fall. Keith is with our winner at 220 pounds, Justin Lewis.
I can't take that smile off your face, can I?
No, not at all.
Nice win. Explain how important that was today.
That's very important. I came out and just wanted to show them that even though I'm light, I can get a win for the team and get a championship.
And you got a conference championship. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Job well done. Back up to you guys.
We're at 285 pounds, and before we can tell you who's on the mat, Aaron Butts, another sophomore from Roncalli, takes care of business as he pins Otto Perry, a freshman. 200-classman at heavyweight, but it's Butts who we saw earlier this year before the holiday break, a solid sophomore at 285 pounds.
Yeah, and he defeated a very good Bishop Chatard senior in Alex Geisey in triple overtime this morning. That was your conference championship right there. But Butts, by winning this match, wins his first conference championship. More to come for that young man.
So Bryce Lowry is going to get a fall at 106 pounds, or a forfeit rather, as we go to 113. Tristan Henry, a freshman from Guerin Catholic, taking on Dominic Rossman. So as this match gets underway, Keith Myers is with our winner and conference champ at 285 pounds, Aaron Butts.
Aaron, nice job, conference champion.
Thank you.
Yeah, got that smile on your face. You all got that smile on your face. Pretty easy morning.
Yep. Yeah.
You ready for Wednesday?
I am. I'm excited. It should be a good match.
I tell you what, the smiles is really big. They know this could be their 4th conference championship in a row. Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
And this is a young heavyweight champion.
Keith, that looks like someone you could wrestle.
No way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that could be a great fundraiser for Indiana SRN.
We can do a little self-promotion with Indiana SRN. Coach Keith Myers and Aaron Butts.
I tell you what, I could talk smack. I know the WWE smack.
That's a totally different type of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
There are no chairs involved.
Okay, good. No problem.
We're at 113 pounds now. Tristan Henry, a freshman from Guerin Catholic, taking on Dominic Rossman, a freshman from Roncalli.
Dominic Rossman looking for his first Circle City Conference title. A freshman who has taken his lumps, but when you wrestle for Roncalli, you're going to be wrestling top-ranked teams the entire season, and it's made him a seasoned wrestler. And look at this cross-face cradle. Got a 2-swipe there, I think, and he's going to lock it up again and look for the pin here.
Put the knee in the
There
side,
it is.
and there is a first period pin for Dominic Rossman. Just a minute 17. He takes care of Tristan Henry. And how about this? Roncalli, 1 forfeit victory. They'll get a second now at 120 pounds. As Cody Glithero, a sophomore, ranked number 8 in the Newcastle semi-state rankings. He's a conference champ at 120 pounds. And Dominic Rossman is down with Keith Myers.
Well, Dominic, you made that pretty easy.
I mean, yeah, he was strong, but I haven't really had much competition today. I've had 2 forfeits.
How's the competition been all year, though? You've been tested, and you're ready for the sectional, regional, hopefully to get to a semi-state.
Well, like, my 13th spot's getting taken right now, so I have to bump up to 20. So it's going to be hard competition. They're going to be big, but I think I can fight through it.
Congratulations, job well done today. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Keith. We've got senior Braden Lowry now at 126 pounds, taking on senior John Koskell. There's a conference championship on the line. It's a deep shot by Lowry, and he dumps Koskell to the mat for a 2-point takedown.
Lowry with 2 losses this year, but those 2 losses coming to guys that are ranked in the top 4. And they were, I think, 1- and 2-point losses. So he's in the mix. He's made it to the semifinals, I think, 3 times in the state series. He's looking for his first title. I think he'll get it together, and I think he'll make a clean run all the way to the state finals. And I think he's got a great chance of winning his first title in his senior year. He's a UIndy commit. He's going to UIndy. He'll wrestle with his big brother, Blaze Lowry, and you'll notice that his little brother at 106 is undefeated. And he just won his first conference title, one of many to come. So the Lowry's a very, very, very strong wrestling family.
Braden with a 5-0 lead at 126 pounds. He's got another 3-point near fall locked up. It's now 8-0 with 20 seconds left in the opening period.
There it is right there.
And there is the pin.
3-0 on the day, conference championship, his third. He was not at Roncalli his freshman year, but he's 3 for 3 with conference championships. So congratulations to Braden Lowry on winning his third conference championship.
Lowry gets to 25-2 now on the season. And his 2 losses this year, he's ranked number 5 in the state, have come to the number 1 wrestler from Avon and Raymond Rue, and the number 3 wrestler from Floyd Central, Gavin Allstott.
Yeah.
A couple of close matches as well. So, you know, it's a takedown or a scramble series at the state tournament that can change your position from a 5th to a 3rd to a first-place finish. Keith is with Braden Lowry, our conference champ.
25-2. They think I could take you, but I don't think I can take you. Nice job, conference champion, third in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's a habit of winning, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Hard work, though. Hard work. A lot of people don't know how hard that is, but you guys did a nice job. Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Braden Lowry, a conference champ. Roncalli looking for 12 conference champions on the individual side this morning here at Guerin Catholic. The other 2, Nolan Buckman and Isaiah Martin from Brebeuf Jesuit. And how about that? The Rebels go with a clean sweep in the championship round. They nearly go maximum points in the final in this championship dual meet between Roncalli and Guerin Catholic. 82-0, Joe. Just a dominant performance from the Rebels. Sam Slivka there at 132, the 12th and final champion for Roncalli.
Yeah, Roncalli wins their 4th title in as many years. You see Alec Viduya make history as the first person ever. I need to do a little research, so that might have been Slivka's 4th title.
Keith, go ahead with our winner, Sam Slivka, at 132.
Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Was it a lot of fun today, huh?
Yeah, we had some fun.
Team won the conference champion. Good job with you.
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to the end of the season, so we just focusing on these duels as a team. So.
Job well done. Congratulations. Have Coach here in a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Keith. Well, Joe, as we wrap up our 3rd and final round here, kind of as expected, Roncalli comes in and wins their 4th title in as many opportunities. And before we continue our conversation, let's send it down to Keith Myers with head coach from Roncalli, 4th straight championship in as many years for Wade McClurg.
You got a fan club over there. People are waving to you, and you're waving to the thousands of people on TV today.
They make fun of me because I'm too serious, so they're trying to make me laugh and make me fun.
Well, you're not too serious now. You won 4 straight conference championships. Tell us how you do it. Are you going to write a book?
Well, I think it's just a tribute to everybody that's involved in our program. You know, from the top to the bottom. We have a good CYO system. We got a good club going, so we just keep reloading every year. We've been fortunate. This senior group is really good, and they were here with us at the beginning, and we've won 4 titles with them in a row, and it has a lot to do with their leadership and their work ethic.
How about you, though, as a coach? You came in, you built a system, and it's your system. Yeah, I know you think of the kids, but they have to believe in you because you believe in your system, and you got some great coaches.
Yeah, we have a great coaching staff, and we got great youth coaches. We just got great all-around people. We've got a great administration that have given us a lot of support and the help we need to do this. So I'm real fortunate, real blessed that I've got the support we have at Roncalli.
This conference championship's going to get tougher as the years go on because there are some young teams that are going to come up. They're going to test you, but congratulations on your 4th one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot.
We'll see you on Wednesday. Big one on Wednesday.
Yeah, big duel against Cathedral at Cathedral. We're looking forward to it.
All right, guys, that is a 7:30 start. I do believe you got JV. Is that right, or a 7 o'clock start?
I think the varsity will start at 7 o'clock. Yeah.
7 o'clock start, guys. These guys will be ready. We'll be ready, too. Back up to you. Good job today, guys.
Thank you, Keith. Wade McClurg in his 4th year as the head coach at Roncalli High School. A perfect 4 for 4 here in the Circle City Conference Championships. On paper, Roncalli came in as the class in this conference, and boy, did they show in that final round.
Didn't think that they would shut out Guerin, but they sure did. They had 2 shutouts today. Only lost 2 matches against Brebeuf at 152, and normally Frigi would be in there and 195. with Isaiah Martin, but golly, a dominating performance for them today. They'll get some rest on Sunday, back at it on Monday and Tuesday, and then taking on the number 1 ranked team on Wednesday night. That'll be tough.
We had pitched what's coming up on Wednesday. Roncalli at Cathedral. It will be a packed gymnasium. Joe and I will be there. Keith Myers will be our Matt Side reporter as well. We thank you for tuning in here on Indiana SRN. We will see you Wednesday night. Roncalli at Cathedral, 7 o'clock start for varsity action. We'll be on with the pregame show at 6:45. Thanks for tuning in here this morning at Guerin Catholic. Again, Roncalli wins their 4th consecutive Circle City Conference championship. Thanks for tuning in to Indiana SRN, where you are always in the game.